So in this video, we will see and learn, take a overview of the PowerApps Studio. So this is very important. You should know all and each aspect of this PowerApps Studio, okay? Because you are creating most of the time you are spending on this script while creating an application, and lot of question will ask you in the interviews and other places from here, okay? So first we will see the top ribbon, okay? So this back button is used for the back purpose, okay? Here we have the undo button, okay? You can use Control Z as well of your keyboard. That's I showcase you how it works. If you want add a text label, okay, but you not wants to undo this, okay, so you can undo by pressing on this button. On this option, window option also present, okay, if you want that, so you can redo also. And then here we have the paste option. You can use Control V of your keyboard as well, and copy and cut option from top as well present, okay. Just you have to select this. From here, copy cut paste option will display here, okay. Insert we will see later because lot of things are present in insert. Data source, okay, we will see this after some time. New screen, okay, if you want to create any screen, okay, like blank screen, split screen, approval screen, welcome screen, so from here you can create. If you want to change the theme of your app, so from theme option you can change. Background color, like for the all the screen we have the white background color. If you want to change that to the red black, you can do from here. Background image for the specific screen, if you want to add the background screen, you can add from here. Here it is one option showing editing, okay. So if multiple users editing this application, okay, so here that we showcase here. This is for the properties tab, okay. If you want to add some comment, you can add the comments from here, okay. App checker is important one, okay. From here you can see the formula, okay. Any error is present, runtime error, accessibility error, performance issue, how many data source you are use here, okay, which table is offline, other things, okay. Each and every step you will see in the app checker related to testing. Same, if you have to share the
Okay.
application, you can click on the share app, okay. You can save this, okay. From the play, for the preview purpose, you can use the play mode. In the play mode you can switch to the different layouts, okay, from here, windows and canvas. For the responsiveness of your application, you can use these options here, yeah. From here you can create the copy.
Yes.
If you click on the save as, you will create the copy. If you have to save this application with version note, okay, if you remember, okay, in our Power App Studio I showcase you one version is present in details section, okay. So there, if you want to save something with the version note, so you can save from this option version notes, okay. Then we have setting. This is important option, okay. In the setting, all the important stuff is present. This is hidden in the these three dots, okay. So always when you go open the application, okay, always go to the settings, okay. In the settings you have the name, description, app icon. You can simply add the app icon. Let's we add this welcome one, okay. Click on here. So welcome image will show. Background color, if you want to change the background color, you can simply change from here as well, okay. Field color, all the properties are present
Okay.
here, okay. Auto save, this is important property. Whenever you open the app, okay, you just have to turn on this, okay. So this what will do, it will save your changes automatically each and every 2 minutes, okay.
Yeah.
If you want to use app in the offline mode, so you can use turn on this feature and implement the offline functionality in the application, okay. This question is mostly asked in the interviews, how to implement the offline functionality in the application. Means if you are not connected to the internet, then also your app should work fine, okay. So in that case you can use this option, used offline functionality, okay. For that purpose you can create the profile from here, okay. New profile, data row limit, okay. So you have some basic idea what is delegation, okay, what is data row limit. So can you explain me?
So default limit is 500, and we can
Yeah,
extend this limit up to 2000.
correct. So
Yeah.
we created this application from blank. Okay, so data row limit is by default showing it 500, correct? And if let's say go and try to increase from 2001, so it will give exceed value between 2001. Okay, so maximum limit is 2000. Excellent. So this question is mostly asked what is the data row limit in the power apps. Okay, you should know how to answer. So data row limit is by default 500 and we can increase to the 2000. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
So interviewer can ask you a cross question why we cannot increase it more than 2000. Can you answer this question by guessing?
Data row limit is up to 2000, so we cannot increase up to that.
Okay, this is by default functionality. Okay, but data row limit means okay if you go to the SharePoint or any app. Okay, let's say go to the SharePoint and showcase you how it's work. Let's say go to patch example one. So what basically data row limit means? Okay, these rows are present here in the SharePoint, correct? So if we
Yes.
set that limit to the 500, so only first 500 rows will visible in the Power Apps. Okay, if you add the gallery and provide the data source, so only 500 rows will display. Okay, if you make that 2000, so only 2000 rows will display in the gallery at the first time. Okay, so for
Okay.
now we will keep it 2000 and let's go for the next one. When we have the different types of variable, okay, automatically create environment variable when adding the data source. Okay, so this question is mostly asked what is environment variables. Okay, in the interviews. So environment variable are those variable in that we can store the data source setting, API keys and other things that will change in the development cycle in simple words. Okay, I will explain this at the end to you when we are doing the pipeline and other things. Okay,
Yeah.
now enable app on start property. So this question is also asked, okay, what is app on start property? So it is mentioned, okay, app on start means when you are launching this application. Okay, you are launching this application, correct? Now app is
Yes.
your app is starting.
Yeah.
So in this case, okay, if you have to run some formulas, okay, before this app should open, okay, some formula should run. Okay, like checking the access of the user, loading some data in the power apps. Okay, so this thing we can be do by using this on start property. We will see where this on start property is present in the depth. Okay, then we have the display. This is the orientation of the power apps. Okay, landscape means in this way and portrait in this way. Okay, if you have to change the display you can change. Size is also present. Okay, if you have to make the for Pacific Surface Pro 3 window screen iPad app. Okay, from here you can change the size. Okay,
Okay.
yep. Then we have the scale to fit option. Okay, so this is turn off now. Okay, let's go in the play mode and just click on the option. Okay, so this option is turn off. Okay, so means you can create the responsive apps. Okay, so always interview asks you, okay, how to create the responsive apps. Okay, so you should know, okay, whenever you have to create the responsive app, your first step is go to scale to fit option and turn off the toggle. Okay, so but if I just turn on
Hello.
in this, okay, yes,
And when we turn on that skill to fit
yeah,
option,
so
then what happened?
okay, so we are turn on this option now. Okay, let's I go here, enable to see.
Yes.
Okay, and let's I go to, okay, so we are turn on this. Okay, so let's I go and add a text input. Okay, so this will not take the full width of our screen. Okay, so for that purpose how I can display you. So this text input is now I seated in the screen. Can you able to see?
Yes.
and let's make it to the, you can see now this app is in mobile version. It is showing in the landscape view. Can you able to see?
Yeah.
Because of scale to fit, it is not taking full width and full the height of the page. Okay, let's say go to the other as well. Okay, for mobile it is showing correctly. For the, you can see. Okay, so let's say go and now turn off this option in the setting, display scale to fit. Okay, turn off with this feature. You can see this, our screen is taking entire height and width. Can you able to see?
Yeah.
So by using this feature, we can create the responsive app. Okay, that will
Okay.
work for the
Yeah.
mobile as well as for the desktop and all the things. Okay, so this is most important question and mostly asked. Okay, in the interviews, how to make the responsive apps. Okay, what is scale to fit? Why we use this? Okay, in this way, this will ask. I hope you can be answer this. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me what is scale to fit?
Scale to fit is used to make the responsive app. When we turn off that scale to fit option, we can make the responsive app. And when we turn on this scale to fit option, then we cannot make the responsive app.
Excellent, excellent. So very good. Then let's we go to the next stop. Then we have the co-pilot. Okay, this one is in premium action. Okay, no one asks mostly. Okay, so you can add the co-pilot from here to interact with your app. Okay, so from here we have the update one. Okay, so in the update section we have the co-authoring. Okay, so this is also one of the important feature. Okay, and mostly asked in the interviews, what is co-authoring? So co-authoring means like in the Canvas app, only one developer can work at a single time. Okay, but if you turn on this co-authoring feature, so multiple people can work on this application by using co-authoring feature. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Co-authoring means simply allows multiple people to edit app in the same session. Okay, then we have the modern controls and themes. Okay, so modern controls are simply new controls that is added in the Power Apps to provide more look and feel to controls. Okay, if you see that previous text input and other things that are not pretty that much, correct?
Yeah.
So to add more look and feel, we will use the modern control and co-authoring to work multiple people. Okay, if we enable this, we
Okay.
need to save app and then it will turn. So there is no need. Then we have some of the preview
Hello.
features.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
So, can you please explain me the difference between classic control and modern control?
Okay, good question. Simply, whenever anyone asks you this question, so you have to simply answer. So, classic control are, we will see this practically each and every thing. Okay, because in the model controls, if we check one label, other things. Okay, so for text input, we have multiple things. Okay, so in the modern controls, we cannot be
Okay.
make the custom changes. Okay, we cannot be change the color and other things. It is according to theme. Okay, as well as modern controls still is in preview phase. Okay, so it is not recommended to use in the production app. Modern controls, if you see, we have the predefined layout and other things. Okay, by using modern control. So those some of the
Okay.
points you can add once you have some idea work with this both the controls. So you by default you will identify those changes and the difference. Okay, in those things. Then we have
Okay.
some preview features. Okay, you can go and just read this what those are preview features, so you will get idea for experimental as well. And retire means those features that is not currently used. Okay, I hope you understand this top ribbon now. Correct, only insert and data
Yeah.
part is remain. So let's I
Yeah. Yeah.
told you data. Okay, if you want to create the new data or table from the Power App Studio, from here you can be create in the add button, create new table option we have. From here you can create the new table. If you want to add your SharePoint, so simply search your SharePoint, then SharePoint thing will display. Okay, click on your add connection, or if it is present, so you can click on add connection. We are using that connect directly cloud, so means this SharePoint online we are using. If we click on the connect, it will ask for the URL and the recent site will showcase here. Okay, if your site is not showing in the recent one, okay, what you have to do, simply just go to your SharePoint. Okay, copy this URL. Okay, you can copy entire URL as well, there is no problem. Now it is smart to identify. Okay, simply click on the connect. So now you can see all the lists that is present in our SharePoint, okay, will display here. And from here you can select the list, okay, and simply click on connect. So those lists will add here, and from this data icon you can able to see the all your SharePoint lists, tables and other things. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you able to add the new data source in
Yes.
your Power? Excellent. So
Hello.
yeah,
So can you please explain me the difference between Dataverse and SharePoint?
yeah, sure. This question is mostly asked, okay, in the interviews. What is the difference between Dataverse and the SharePoint?
SharePoint.
Okay.
Can you
So
please
first
explain
and yeah,
deeply
for yes,
the
yes, we will
Dataverse?
go deeply.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you see, Dataverse is came under the Microsoft 360p, 365, and as well as in the PowerApps. Okay. So PowerApps is basically built on the top of this Dataverse. Okay. And the SharePoint is a separate thing. Okay. SharePoint is part of the Microsoft 365, but it came with the additional. Okay. In the Dataverse, it is built on the top of SQL database by in the Microsoft, and the SharePoint is an document library. Is used to store the document, means files, some videos and other things are used to store in the SharePoint basically. Okay, SharePoint is the Dataverse. It is came under the Power App section. Okay, so we can build the application on the top of the data, means simply by using the creation of table you can create the modern apps and other things. If you go with the SharePoint, okay, this is not a proper database, okay, but it provides some list and other things, so you can use this as well. Okay, in the Dataverse you will get some more security features as compared to SharePoint. Okay, you can extend Dataverse. Okay, Dataverse is costly, SharePoint is lesser costly than the Dataverse. Okay, then you have the rich experience while creating Dataverse. So you can, if you see, you can create multiple types of columns in the Dataverse, but in SharePoint there are some limited types of columns. So we will see this, okay, all the differences in very deep. Okay, and once you understand, you can get some idea as well. Okay, what are the basic difference in the Dataverse? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we are done with this section. Okay, only the insert thing means if you have to add some any label, text input button, from here you will add. Okay, we will see each and every control here. Okay, what is horizontal container form, difference between each and every control. Okay, so let's we see this left hand side ribbon. Okay, so it is a tree view. Okay, when you work with most time in senior developers, they will ask you to show in the tree view. Okay, so you should know tree view. From here you can go in tree view, and all the controls and other things you will see in the tree like structure. That's why it is called as tree view. Okay, hello.
Uh-huh.
Then we have the components. Okay, mostly ask what are the components. Okay, so components, I already answered what is the component. Can you just told me in the Power Apps? Hello, hello Sanika, can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, what is components?
Components are reusable building blocks.
Okay, correct. So if let's I showcase you, create one header here, and let's change the height of this. Okay, let's make to the 60. So you can see we are created header here. Okay, let's give width to the parent. Okay, so if you go in the screen, okay, from the insert you can simply add that components here. Okay, component one here as well in the screen as well. You can add the same component. Okay. Okay. It is added here. Okay. And if you make any changes here, okay, like I've just changed the title here. Okay. Learning. So this will display in the all the screens. Okay. You can able to see learning. Okay. Got it now? What is components in more way?
Yeah.
We will also
Yes.
see how to create header component, left navigation component, other things. Okay. But this question is asked mostly what are the components. Okay. Let's I delete this. So this is done. If you have to see the variables and other things, from here you can see the global variable, name formulas, context variables, component variables, and the collection. Okay. From this X option. Okay.
Yeah.
And here you have the formula bar. Okay. And now also Copilot is added. So you can use the comment and place the enter. It will generate you the comment of your formula as well. I guess this should be top. If you simply click and explain on this formula, so it will explain you the formula as well. What is written here. Okay. By using Copilot, you can learn. Then we have this option here. Okay. Let's say go. Here it is are the properties. Okay. So properties are different for each and everything. Okay. If I go for the app properties are the different. Okay. Screen properties are the different here. Then if I go for the containers, container properties are different. Okay.